Despite achieving mainstream success in the first installment in the franchise, Dwayne Johnson did not return for The Scorpion King 2. Johnson made his movie debut as Matthias of Akkad, also known as The Scorpion King, the lead villain in 2001's The Mummy Returns. The movie's box office success led to Universal releasing The Scorpion King in 2002, with Johnson receiving his first lead role as the legendary warrior. With Johnson at the head of the Scorpion King cast, the film explores Matthias's origins as a desert warrior seeking revenge for the murder of his father and the destruction of his home. While the movie received a mixed reception from critics, it was financially successful and saw the release of 4 sequels in the Scorpion King franchise. The Scorpion King helped establish Dwayne Johnson as a leading actor, but he ultimately decided not to reprise his role for the sequel movies. The Scorpion King is set over 5,000 years before the events of the Mummy franchise and explores the life of Matthias, one of the last surviving Akkadians, who finds himself caught up in a deadly battle for survival. The movie received a lukewarm response from critics, but Dwayne Johnson received high praise for his action skills and performance, with some calling him the highlight of the movie. According to CNET, Johnson was paid $5.5 million for the role, which set a Guinness World Record for the highest salary for a first-time leading actor. The success of The Scorpion King led Universal to greenlight a sequel, which was released direct-to-video in 2008. The Scorpion King 2, Rise of a Warrior looks at Matthias's attempts to seek vengeance for his father's murder. Per/film, Johnson was offered the opportunity to appear in The Scorpion King 2. In contrast to his starring role in the first installment, he would have a small appearance in a cameo role. However, at the time of the sequel's production, Johnson was already committed to other movies, including The Game Plan and Southland Tales, and decided not to accept the cameo. Following the release of The Scorpion King in 2002, Universal Studios expanded on the franchise, releasing 4 sequels which were all released direct-to-video. After Johnson decided not to return for Rise of a Warrior, the role of Matthias was played by actor Michael Cannon. Upon release in 2008, the movie received a mixed reception from critics, but Cannon received praise for his acting, with Kung Fu Cinema citing his performance as what kept the movie entertaining. Canadian actor Victor Webster was cast as Matthias in Battle for Redemption, released in 2012. It received negative reviews for its plot, effects and acting. Despite the negative reception, Webster reprised the role in the next installment, Quest for Power, in 2015, which is seen by many as the weakest film of the franchise. The 5th and final film, Book of Souls, was released in 2018, with Zach McGowan portraying the demigod. The movie was moderately well received and seen as the best sequel to the 2002 original film. In 2020, it was announced that a reboot of the Scorpion King franchise was in development between Universal and 7bbhc Productions. Dwayne Johnson is set to return to the franchise, but rather than acting, he is serving as a producer. According to Deadline, the reboot is set to take place in modern times and offer a new take on the legendary Matthias and his journey to becoming the Scorpion King. In 2021, it was confirmed by producer Hiram Garcia that the Scorpion King reboot script draft was completed shaders of 2024. There have been few further updates in terms of the Scorpion King reboot's production. There have been no cast announcements and a director hasn't yet been confirmed. Dwayne Johnson is also currently working on other projects, including the live-action adaptation of Moana, which means the reboot will not be in cinemas anytime soon. But while he chose not to appear in The Scorpion King 2, his role in the upcoming reboot shows Johnson's fondness for the franchise that launched his movie career.